Hey there, Fight here with a quick comparison between ThriveLeads or Thrive Themes and Captifire. And the reason is a lot of people on my list, a lot of people came back and said, hey, what about Thrive Themes? Don't you like that? And absolutely, yes, I do like it, and I did love it to bits when it came out. But really, it's kind of clunky. And this is not meant to be a criticism of Shane's stuff. He really does beautiful engineering. But it is all based on the WordPress system. That's the underlying engine. And as a result, it is limited by that engine. And this manifests in basically a lot of inflexibility. There's a lot of stuff which just isn't nicely done. It begins with Thrive is in this menu spread all over the place. If you want the lightbox, it's up here. If you want the font manager, it's down here. And let me scroll down a bit more. Come on. There are the icon manager, the API connections. There's finally ThriveLeads. So why is ThriveLeads down here and the whatever the light boxes are up there? It's kind of weird. Whereas over here, well, actually no. I just opened that one. So on the home page, of course, there are my autoresponders and here are my pages. That's it. That's all there is to this. Okay, so here are the different pages I can edit. So if I want to edit page 1, that's the one I showed in the previous demo. Cool, there it is. Here's all the stats I need to know about it, and if I want to edit it, I can now go in and do it. All right, cool. And by the way, the thing I didn't show earlier was the variations. You can do different variations, drive different amounts of traffic to it by adding a new variation. Very powerful. So anyway, so in here, let's say I now want to go and edit this one here. That's one I created, so edit. By the way, I find this confusing here. Again, it's because it's based on this fixed format that WordPress allows you to do, and as a result, it just doesn't have that elegance of what I really wanted is the lead pages thing. Lead pages has a beautiful UI, beautiful look and feel. It's easy to edit, but it didn't have that flexibility that Captifire has, and WordPress certainly does not support that. And the big difference is, of course, that these guys, by developing their wish loop bases, that's basically their own platform for all of this, they had full control, and as a result you have that whole moving around and doing things in an elegant way. So here's the one, that's my example. I want to edit this design. So if I go in and say so this is a very simple sign up form. If it ever loads, there you go. Okay, so here's my little big box. Come on, wiggle 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 wiggle. So I can go and enter this or edit this text, click on there, and this is kind of similar to what you see in Captifire. It's maybe not quite as nice, but you get the idea. I can edit my text in there. So now I want to go in here and say, well, there's some text in here, right? So I double click in there and this thing pops up. And now there's a lot of information in here, and you actually need to play a lot with this to figure out that finally, if you want to edit the name in here, you need to go edit components, and then you have to go into text inputs. I believe that's the one. I haven't done this for a while. And there you go. Right? That's the problem. It's not. So where do I now figure out how to say email by default? What is it? Is it error message? I don't know. No, it's not the one. Text areas maybe. Is that the one? See, that's what I mean. It's kind of... It's clunky in that way, whereas over here with these guys I say, okay, I want to go and edit the one I showed you in the demo video, and here it loads, and now I want to go and I know it's the one I want to show you was this one here. So email, I want to change the email to something else. It's in settings, all the settings are in here, immediately visible, and instead of email I say email or whatever shoe size, and boom, there you go, email or shoe size, and I'm done. And that is the big difference, all of this. And of course, here's the other thing, I can move this around. I prefer it there, or I prefer it there, I prefer it there. Wherever you want to put it, you just drag it over there and it's done. Whereas if I now go over here and say, actually I want this to be over here, no, it doesn't. It just does not want to be moved. And that's the big difference. Okay, so that's why, although Shane's work and engineering is beautiful, and it's just based on an engine that is not as powerful and as beautiful and intuitive and simple to use as Captifire. This one truly has all the cool stuff from lead pages. It looks beautiful, it's easy to use, but it has the flexibility to add wherever you like to add to it. Alrighty, hope this is useful. Cheers, bye.